Hi, Year 11. So today's activity that I'm setting for you is going to happen mainly period 5 or period 3 for 11BD is an introduction to our Start Careers program, which is an online system that allows you to build up and evidence your skills and qualifications and will help you export a CV. Okay. However, what I've done for you to keep it nice and simple is I've emailed you a list of to-do jobs for this lesson that are going to really help you with your post 16 options and help kind of um, clear a few things in your head and make things a bit clearer for you. As you see, there's 5 tasks to do there, so you may end up spending a little bit of time outside of this one lesson doing it, perhaps in one of your revision lessons or perhaps at home just to read through and check you've done everything. I've uploaded a video onto YouTube, and when you see your email from me, that link will be this recording of this video I'm doing for you now. Okay, so you just need to watch the video as I talk you through each step. First bit is dead easy. You click on that link and it'll take you to a Google form. Okay, the Google form looks a little bit like this, and it is a consent form. When we have students who apply mainly to places like Fulford or Joe Rowe or Huntington, they often ask us for references because of the fact you're an external applicant. So as a result, we need your permission in order to be able to provide them with your last report, whenever that might be. They generally ask for these references around about March and April time, so it'll be the report after your second mocks that we would provide them with. And they sometimes ask us to complete a reference. If that's the case, we need your permission to provide that reference because it's your data. So you just need to fill in that form. First name, last name, pick which form you're in. Okay. And then I give permission for Manor to provide a copy of my most recent report. Choose yes or no. If you select no, then we will just have to tell them that we can't supply a reference to them because you've declined. So I would fully recommend that you select yes. The next one is you give permission for a reference. Again, yes or no. Again, I'd fully recommend you to click yes. And then there's two little other ones at the bottom just to tie things up. Is that the leadership students are working on a Leavers hoodie and Leavers book, and they may have also already asked your permission for your name to be on the hoodie or a photo in the Leavers book. But it's a way of us just storing all that information in one place on this form. So again, just click choose yes or no, and then crucially press submit at the bottom. Okay, record your email address as well. As I say, that's really important we have because we sometimes have reference requests come in for places like Fulford and Askham Bryan and other places that they often ask us for your report, and that's fine because they'll probably also ask you for your report, but we can send the PDF version off to them quite easily, but we just need your permission. Okay, so that's job one. That should take you no more than 2 minutes. Okay, the next bit is college taster days. On the 11th and 13th of January, there will be 2 college taste days going on, and they include all the sixth forms as well. Okay. York College have asked us to kind of check with you which days you'd like to go on. We don't mind as a school for which days you go on. We definitely recommend that you'd attend at least one. And to apply for a taster day, you need to go to the easiest thing to do is go to the Shobi page, the Shobi careers page. Okay. So that's what it looks like. The code to get into that is HM55E. It's all in the email. And when you apply, we'll then sign you in. And then towards the bottom, just slightly hidden by my little icon there, is the Taster Day post. And in there, Mrs. Curley has labelled all of the, collated all of the applications forms for the Taster Days, and we will update them as soon as we receive them. Okay, there's some instructions for you to read there. Those are the places that you can go to on a taster day too. So All Saints, Archbishop Holgate. There's also an apprenticeship taster session. We will pass you that information on as soon as we get it. But you just click on that link for the places that you would like to book a taster day session at. Okay, for Joe Rowe, it's if you click on that link, you'll be able to see a Google form. It's embedded within this document. So it takes a little bit of time. You might need to download it, but there's a form there just down here for the Thursday one and the Tuesday one. I'm also going to be sending a letter home to parents later this week. They'll have that form embedded in it, so don't worry if you can't quite access the Joe Rowe one and you want to go to Joe Rowe. Mrs. Curley is adding them as we get them. Okay, so as of Wednesday last week, we had just up to Joe Rowe. We had Fulford, Huntington, Joe Rowe, York College. All Saints one has just come in yesterday on Monday. So if you want to go to All Saints, click on that link. It looks like the All Saints one would be a form. Again, if you just read those instructions there, you will be able to have a little look at their website, and we'll post the link as soon as we get it as well. As I say, at the end of the week, I'm going to be posting a letter home to you and your parents that'll have all the links and direct forms on it. So have a look through that and apply for a taster day. If you are going on a taster day, it is not a school run event, so you have to make your own way there. There'll be no member of staff there present, so it's entirely you to go and check the places out. If you are not going to a taster day, you attend school as normal. The reason for that is they send us lists, we give them to attendance, and if you don't turn up to school, you're marked as an unauthorised absence, and that goes down against your attendance record. For those people staying in school, you'll just go to your normal timetable, but bring some revision or coursework material along, because obviously there's going to be quite a few people out on these taster days, so normal lessons won't be running quite as usual. So it's important that you bring some work along in January that is going to be useful. So coursework, heavy subjects, that is really, really important for you to do. As I said, though, please go to at least one. You can, in fact, I'd recommend you go to two, quite frankly, so that you get an experience of both places. Lots of you might just be wanting to go to York College and just want to attend the York College Taste Day on either Tuesday or Thursday. That's absolutely grand. But make sure you go to at least one. Okay, back to your email. You'll see apply for a taste day. You might want to do that with your parents, just so that you talk it through with them so they're aware of it, so that they know which day you want to go where, because just in case you have to get transport there, etc. But that's job 3. Now, the big one, if you click on that link, it will take you to a program that we're going to be using to help you create a CV, search college courses, and build up a profile to help you with your post-16 options, okay? So if you click on this, Start Careers Profile, it will take you to a website that looks a little bit like this, okay? Top right-hand corner, it will say login. Click on that, and it'll ask you to log in. Your login details are your school email address, are your username, and then on Monday afternoon, we generated your passwords for you. So we generated an email at about 3 o'clock on Monday afternoon that encouraged you to log in and set a password. It gave you a default password, which was a number of numbers, okay? If you haven't got that, don't worry. Your form tutors have been given access to the master spreadsheet that has a list of all of everyone's original passwords on it. So if you get stuck, we can give you your password and then it'll ask you to change it. Keep it to something memorable and easy to remember. When you do get logged in, you'll be come to a screen like here. So I'm logged in as a student. Okay. Scrolling down, it gives you a couple of main things to explore and look through in terms of the study options post-16, so you can find out more about things like the difference between an apprenticeship and going to college. Clicking on those things allow you to kind of search for courses, understand, more importantly, what happens at post-16, and then, kind of just ties everything together. I'm always click on back to the home page, which will always be available at the top here when you click on view. Okay, but what we'd really like to do is at the top where it says home, go down to my profile and work your way through completing these things on this left hand side. Okay, so if you click on interests, it allows you to basically create your own CV. Okay, so you go down how much you're interested in animals, art, building things, computers, customer service, and it'll allow you to create a profile for you that'll give you some suggestions as to the type of careers that this kind of survey indicates you might be suited to. So, for example, I'm not very good at drawing and art or making things, and certainly not fashion. I'm very much interested in fitness and not necessarily healing people, but helping people, and just go through and complete. I'm just going to have to take that one. Complete everything as you go along. Okay, so once you've done that, it'll save. Okay, and at the bottom, it will allow you to select the jobs that are related to your interest. So it's a way of doing a questionnaire so that you can have an idea of a possible career that your survey indicates you might be suited to, which is quite a nice thing to have. Then go to goals and complete that section where you are talking about earning money or perhaps having a family, traveling the world. Again, once you've completed that, going to the bottom, okay, it will then allow you to kind of see what content is related to your goal setting and why goals are important. So completing each section is important, so at the bottom it gives you an idea of kind of careers that are linked to your goals, careers that are linked to your interest, and crucially careers, clicking on that strengths column, that are linked to your strengths. So for example, if you are good a listener or you hate speaking and you quite like reading, complete how you would diagnose your strengths, and at the bottom again it will give you an idea of jobs that are linked to your strengths. And it's a really, really fantastic program we've invested in that allows you to bring forward careers into the here and now. I didn't know what I wanted to be in terms of a job until I was about 25, 26. And then I finally realised that I've got lots of members of my family who were, well, my mum mainly, who was a teacher. And I just discovered that, yeah, I quite like working with young people and was quite good at it. So that was when I fell into my career of being a teacher at 26. I'd done all kinds of jobs before then, in terms of worked in a bar, worked in the office in the City of London, worked in a quarry, would you believe, worked in a factory creating parts for BMW. And it was only about 26, 25, 26, when I really realised what I wanted to do. So you're not expected to know at the age of 15, 16 what you want to do for the rest of your life. It's absolutely fine to go in a wiggly waggly journey to get there. But completing your questionnaires based on this will be a really, really useful thing to kind of give you some ideas. Okay. Down here as well, complete each section as you can. And then there's a CV section in addition that allows you to start building up a CV. And then at the bottom, it will then allow you to export to Word. So it'll kind of chuck out a CV at you that will be formatted lovely. So you don't have to complete one from scratch. You just need to complete each of the little boxes within the profile. So all of that we'd like you to start to complete. Now, it may be that you don't have enough time in this lesson to do that, which is absolutely fine. I completely understand that. It's an hour long and there's other stuff I've asked you to do. So, but we do want you to keep on accessing this and building things up, because it's going to really help you with your careers. I can't tell you how good this is, and how coupled with a careers appointment with Mrs. Curley, it's going to help you just kind of tie down a few kind of career routes that you might want to look at going forward, especially for those people that we hear, usually about 50% of year 11, who go, I've got no idea what I want to do in the future. Okay, this program is going to really help. And then on the email, you'll see a last little thing. On Monday and Tuesday of this week, I was poorly and ill, and I couldn't do a mock exams assembly that I had planned. I had recorded a version of the assembly, though, for those students who are self-isolating at this moment in time. Click on that YouTube link, and it'll take you to the actual assembly that I did last week on Thursday or Friday, can't remember which day it was, that explains the processes and procedures for mock exams, where to go at the start of an exam, how we are organising it this year, etc. That assembly, I've asked Mrs. Stevens if I can do it on Thursday when I'm hopefully back in school, so I can put some meat on the bones of that assembly and answer any questions you've got. But it could well be worthwhile for you to watch that assembly as well, so you get an idea of where to go to for each of your exams. In short, the place to go to before every exam is the Hive Theatre, where we have a holding room, and we'll go from there. But everything's contained in that assembly. Okay, year 11, thank you very much.